Howdy, Fort Air. Yes, I'm wearing my Iron Maiden Shinjitsu shirt. Playing the PRSCE, you can tell, and it's a nice one. I got a nice one. All right, here's a quick little video. Said I'd do one if there was something you needed to know about. The reason the market is going down this weekend is because of the budget, the federal budget. Okay, nobody has come up with a plan to either come up with a continuing resolution or a budget bill. Okay, that's why the market's going down. Now, stock market. Let me see where my one stock is at right now. My OI is up 31 cents. So 1931. When it hits $20 for my 1.5 shares of OI, I will sell that and move on to another stock. But overall, let me see here. Let's take a look. It's a lot of red. Let me take another look here. Meta's doing really good. Man, I remember when Meta was $100 a share. Apple's doing Disney is right where it usually is. Tesla's, wow, only at $425. Bros is down. Amazon is up. Google is up. Yeah. It's doing okay. It's not doing great. But the crypto market is not doing good at all. I dumped everything again in the Robinhood account, but I did keep 700 Pengu or Pudgy Penguins, as my buy price is still lower than what the low price is right now. So you won't see a real kick in the market. Let's take a look at some of the others here. Bitcoin is down. Ethereum's down. XRP is down. Solana is down. Oddly, I'm doing good on Wormhole. So yeah, until you get some sort of definite resolution on the budget, then you'll see the market go up. But remember, the words of the Fed guy, I can't think of his name, there's still a lot of uncertainty about the market at the moment. Or, the how everything's going. So keep that in mind when you're investing. When I do something, I will definitely let you know via the Easy Ravioli blog. So there's that. On a personal note, I've mentioned over on the blog that what's going on with the divorce with the old lady. Divorce sucks, especially when you got one person who's actually, saying, hey, let's talk about this. Let's see what's going on. Let's give it a little bit of time. While the other one's saying, oh, you're the biggest evil motherfucker in the world. So she put a restraining order on me. And I've talked about this. And 90% of it was a crock of shit, right? So I went ahead, and my attorney said, hey, man, he looked at it, or she looked at it, excuse me, he, she, whatever, and said, you can do this on your own. I said, okay. She gave me a few pointers of what to talk about, and that's what I did. And so we went to court yesterday. She told her story. I told my story. And lo and behold, the restraining order was dropped. The whole thing. No, they didn't alter it. They didn't change it. They didn't adjust anything. They said, no, we got no evidence here to show that this guy is beating the fuck out of you like you're saying. Said, okay. But what kind of bothered me, though, is I'm telling my side of the story. And, I brought up finding her stash of THC vape refills. Not a little, a lot of THC vape refills. And that's pretty much when it ended right there. He goes, well, and I told him, I go, I moved her stuff in the circle of death that is the THC zone because I don't know what the contact high is. She's obviously inhaling a lot of this shit. I don't know what the contact high is. I don't know how much is coming out and going onto the furniture, onto the carpet, on the walls. So I panicked and I packed her shit up in the circle of death and moved it outside. I notified her, hey, you can come pick it up anytime. And I wiped down everything else because I really don't know. I haven't dealt with weed in fucking 30-something years, man. Fuck if I know what it's... I don't know. So I told him that, and he goes, well, did you notify her? I said, yes. That you moved her shit out. I said, yes. And it was only that stuff in that circle of death. Her chair, table, medicines, vape, THC stuff. Next thing I know, he says, well, you're not she wasn't showing any actual proof that I was threatening to harm her or going to harm her, but I was being fucking annoying. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. And so with that said, he dropped the restraining order, said there wasn't enough evidence there to keep it going. And so yeah, I'm a restraining order free person. Where this is gonna go, I have no fucking idea. And honestly, I'm just got my plans. I'm sticking to the road. Shit changes, but I'm not going out of my way. I've offered up a lot of generosity already. So we'll see where it goes. If it goes somewhere, cool. If it doesn't, it doesn't. My plan to move to the beach is still there. But we'll see what happens. That's the shitty part about divorce, man. She wants to do what she wants to do. I want to do what I want to do. And but unfortunately, I'm kind of fucked because I'm the one that has to deal with everything. And while she gets to run amok, I don't know if she's going to stick to the common idea or common divorce practices that, until the divorce is final and there's a ruling, you pay what you've been paying all along. And you wait for the divorce to finalize before you stop doing it. Will she stick to that? I don't know. I'm doing my portion. She moved out and she admitted it in the restraining order court. So, we'll see what happens, man. I'm not talking about anything I'm not supposed to talk about. I am freely able to talk about this. I have never given her name on the video. She's just my old lady. So, she doesn't like it. She can kiss my big old hairy white ass. I don't care anymore. But I will tell you, divorce sucks. And the way I managed to get through this is not only with work, but when I come home from work, I work some more. And I keep trudging through. You know, I'm having to deal with shit that isn't my worry to deal with, but other people are leaving it behind for me to deal with, and so I'm kind of just stuck with it. So I've been working my ass off. If I'm not at work, I'm at home working my ass off. It's a good idea on for those of you that are going through the same thing. Just do what you got to do. I let her know what I think. She digs it, cool. She doesn't, she doesn't. She doesn't want to communicate with me. That is perfectly fine. But I will continue to do what I'm doing. And if she doesn't like it, get a restraining order. But this time, don't lie. For the most part, man, divorce sucks. That's what I'm going to tell you. Every case is different. Everybody's situation is different. But, figure it out, man. The way I've managed to figure it out is just keep trudging. Keep working. So if that works for you, cool. If it doesn't, doesn't. Feel free to look me up, man, if you need some advice or something. But I'm just, more than likely, unless it's something I've come across, I'm just going to tell you contact a lawyer, man. But remember, lawyers are really expensive. My lawyer was going to charge me $4 fucking grand to deal with this restraining order. I went ahead, since I pretty much knew it was all a crock of shit, that I pretty much knew that I didn't need a lawyer for that. They agreed, so there we go. I give her a thumbs up on her I don't know what to call it. Her attempt. I don't know what to think about it. When she was there, she did not look like she normally did. There was something off. I don't know what it was, but there was something off. I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but there was something just not quite right. I'm always an asshole, and I'll tell you how you know I'm always an asshole. And it has to do with this court deal. But there was something off. I was married to the woman for 30-something years. Of course I'm going to be concerned. I don't hate her that much, but I am displeased with the what's been going on the last few years, which led to this. But I am an asshole. I have spent 23 years working at and being trained by some of the greatest known assholes in the trucking industry. So yeah, I am an asshole, and I've had to become that way to survive at the place I work. But this is how you know I had to throw in one last assholism before she took off out of the courtroom. The judge had explained, he's going to have to drop the restraining order. She didn't prove her case. He didn't feel I was a threat to her. He felt I was annoying as fuck to her, but I wasn't a threat. I wasn't going to harm her. I wasn't going to harm my children, so on and so forth. Now, he had said he was dropping the restraining order, okay? So, I let a few moments pass, and I asked the judge again. I go, okay, just to confirm, you're dropping the restraining order, correct? No conditions, nothing? He said, yes, I'm dropping the restraining order. That's how you know I had to get at least one more assholeism into the picture, because I wanted to make sure she heard it more than once. I wanted to make sure she heard it twice. And so there you go. But man, it really sucks having to defend yourself, you know, being told that you were beating your kids and you were beating her and you know, your kids hate you and she hates you and you threatened this, you threatened to steal her dog, you did this, you did that. And I'm like, please tell the whole story, man. That was the disappointing part. But yeah, that's where it's at. Where it goes, I don't know. We'll find out. But homeboy ain't gonna wait around forever. So she has to figure out what she's gonna do. All right. Anything else I want to talk about? No, that's it, man. There you go. There's a spot into my personal life. But seriously, if you're getting a divorce and you're a dude and you need some advice, please feel free to contact me. You can find me at TikTok at Ford Fender. I'll gladly, if I have an answer for you, give it to you, or I will recommend a good lawyer. I can tell you quite a few good divorce attorneys in the Clackamas PDX area. But yeah, man, you know, feel free, because don't ever. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze real bad. Don't ever think you're alone in this deal. There's many people out there going through the same situation that you are, and man, hook up with a few. Go find a few support forums. You know, but most of all, remember, man, you're not alone. There's other people dealing with the same shit. So, if there's a question I can answer, I'll help you out. All right, Ford Fender out. Later.